Okay, folks. I think this is good. Well, anyways, this is what you're getting. I am playing. Oh, hold on. Let's set the alarm to 5:10. I will do it for 45 minutes. Okay. 45. I'll go the full hour. 6. No, I'll just go until 6. That's fine. Okay, what game is this? Advanced Tactics, Gold Edition. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a tutorial or what, but I'm playing a game. That's it. A new Dawn random game. What kind of game? Question is, do I do 2-player, 3-player, 4-player? Last time I did a 3-player game on a medium map with a mod that makes production better and bigger, like you have 10 times production. This time I'm going to do the same thing, medium map, but I'm not using that mod. I'm not going to cheat this time. It's not a cheat because the AI has the same mod. I'll upload it later, but hey, whatever. This game you can really mod to heck. Like, you can do scripting in this, and it'll be pretty... if you know how to script, you can do that in this game, and you can also edit the game in an editor, which is what most people would do, I'm sure. And then I'm sure Vic, the guy who made this, has secret things. Every developer has secret things they can use to change the game, and it won't be months of work like it is for people like me. Anyways, one town start. No, I'm not doing the one town start. Let's go! Oh, yeah. Question is, do I do a land world? Yeah, I'll do a land world. You'll see what that does. And we're gonna go until I find a map I like. And then we're gonna play that map. Now, last time, what happened is, I decided I was like, we use too small units. Ooh, this is a fancy one. This one, Navy, is going to be very important. Let's see who's who. Okay, so this is Khartoum, Bordeaux, and obviously Perm is this guy. I don't want to be Perm because of naval, but I guess I could. That's what they want me to be. Okay, well, main. Okay, I'm going to be the blue guys. That means we're going to get naval. Or, yeah, that's Bordeaux, right? I'm sorry. Oh, that's why. Khartoum. Okay, Khartoum's fine. Wait, is Khartoum... What is Khartoum? I know Bordeaux's French. I don't know what... Oh! That means, hold on. I got something. Something I should have done before. We're gonna load the save game. Show you my old game. Exactly. What did I name it? Oh God, I hope I saved right. That would definitely be it. But, shoot. Autosave. You'll see what I've been doing. I might have just fell asleep and it went off. Anyways, this is the game. Oh yes, this is the game. So what I did is I modded the size of cities to be production. No, you're a gun factory. You produce 400 rifles. How do I find... Yeah, there. 80,000 points per city. That's my mod. And I will upload it to the mod place where you find them. Anyways, what I'm going to do is if you look here, all these little groupie groups, yeah, I'm going to export them. Arab set. Arab unit set. They're kind of arbitrary. Like, I know a regiment has 120 men in it, but I'm like, I don't want the big regiments. Because there's a thing that I did not change, which is stacking. So if you have a one of these guys attack one of these guys, which they're getting kind of trashed on this front. I'm getting kind of trashed on this front, but I'm like, hey, wait a second. I'll just produce more stuff. And the reason why I'm getting trashed in the south and not in the north is because HQ seems to have a bias to dudes in the north over dudes in the south. It's annoying. Anyways, we're going to go to another front of the war. Oh, shoot. Did I save? I didn't save, did I? Oh, alright. We're going to do that again. Same exact thing. Same exact thing. And then I'm going to import. Oh, my dog wants to go out, which I don't want to do, so he's going to have to learn to tough it out. You can go in the backyard. Cat's coming down. You might have heard the thump. That is him. God, no, I'm not doing this. Wait. No, I'm not doing this. Start a random game. Medium 3, land roar, climate. Oh, yeah, full range. Nah, no kind of... temperate. Full climate or no climate? It's smaller. Like, I did the calculations, and I generated an unplayably large map, and per turn, you make around 400 infantry, and I was like, nope, that's not, nope. Okay, we do this a while, till we get a good map. Now, you could, oh yeah, that's what I did. I'll do that in a sec. If this doesn't give me a good map. That is an interesting map. Philadelphia, Burgundy, and the Soviets. We won't be able to use my TOE, but I'll just make a new one. Okay, I want to put it... That looks like Mexico. That looks like Central America. And that looks like... Well, either way, the Navy is going to be important. I'm not going to play a Navy. I never play with the Navy. Big, that's what I did. And I think I set it to old, which means more mountains. Not sure. I don't remember. I think young means smooth and old means mountains, because there we go. That's a better one, but it's still disgusting. Now, if I was really a military man, I'd be like, oh, well, you can't control what you have. And I'm not. I'm just playing this for recording. Okay. Next one I'm going to do is... Could do no oceans. Alright, we're going to do dry world. I think that might help. Geological age. If not, I'll bump it up to Pangaic. This will also decrease the number of rivers and such. Riley, stop. Just 1 second. Actually. Anyway, I believe I will just click play on this one, because, again... Oh, wow, that's an interesting one. I'll consider it. Your Kent State. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so to get to back, you go to main. You can edit anything. Like, literally change this to name as... Oh, I gotta detach the master file. But yeah. Generic? Generic, huh? But, that's what you do. Okay, now I play as Kent. And you'll see what we start out with, which is 3 divisions per city. 3 divisions per city. Now the goal is to push. Just quite naturally push. Another goal is to not lose that. And this by extension. So we're going to need to be able to... There's a... No, there isn't. Are we really shipping supplies overseas? That's odd. So we got the Eastern Empire, and still the Eastern Empire, and the Orleans Commune, which is fine and good, because we don't want 2 Englishmen, English nations, or 2 French nations, or 2 Russian nations, because you can produce troops from only your own nation. This isn't like this isn't like what's it called? World War II, where Germany started taking SS troops from Hungary and Poland and all that. No. This is World War I rules, where you can't do that. Okay, so obvious points to worry about are my oil, raw, and raw. If I run out of oil, I can't run my aircraft, my Air Force. And Air Forces are very good at killing tanks. My other TOE wouldn't work anyway. Oh, you're kidding me. I'm an idiot. I really am an idiot. Well, episode 0. Where you learn I'm an idiot. Okay. No oceans, land world. Temperate. I don't care. Big. Dry. Old. The other one was interesting, but yeah. I think I clicked no oceans for that one. And I got no oceans. Either way, I want less land to maneuver around because I'm going to have less troops. Because I don't have that mod on. Whoa, this is a good one. This is a good one. The Caliphate? Yeah, this is a good one. This is a really good one. I like this one. See, this is why I like random maps. And if I was to make a game, which I am, I would like to learn how to make them. And in theory, I do. I just don't know how to balance it. Okay. I don't remember what's special about Japan, but every race has a special thing. New York State will get Rangers, which have more morale. The Caliphate will get guerrillas, which have more. They're rifles with faster speed. Rangers are also rifles, and I think they can paratroop too. Not entirely certain on that. But, as you can see, we'll be playing as Japan. Probably, I don't mean, Yokohama is Japan. Caliphate is Arab. New York is English. Which I actually am. Okay, let's see. The obvious thing that's going to happen is green is either going to declare war on me or blue. Or blue is going to... purple, whatever. Purple. It's going to declare war on green and invade and try and take New York. Either way, they're going to start spamming factories. Now, this is both a good thing and a bad thing. Because factories require supplies, which means they can field a smaller army. However, they can replace losses really quickly. Either way, I'm going to do the thing I usually do and set up a TOE. Okay, first things first. What do we need? An infantry division. What am I going to call it? I'll just go by what I was doing before. And we're going to call it a group. Infantry group. Thing is, I'm not going to have as many political points. However, also, techs aren't going to be as expensive. For some reason, the techs scaled up when I increased the amount of territory I had. So, I mean, the amount of industrial power I had, so that's pretty good. Whoever put that in is good. 30. I'm going to be more conservative this one. So I'm going to want 4 machine gun. I'll go. So that would be 10 men per squad. I'll go 5. 30 divided by 5. I don't know what that is. And then I'm going to give them 2 mortars. Mortars. M is for mortar. Mortars help you on the offensive, and they also don't die in combat like anything else does. And then if I want, first NATO counter. NATO counter. That is infantry. Like, pretty standard. Okay, so now what you can do with that is infantry group. Yes. Thank you. And it'll take the SMGs and bump them back to HQ, which is, where is HQ? Oh, here. Oh, okay. It'll send the SMGs up to here, and they'll be transported out. And this 252 men will be shipped around the Empire. So I'm going to set up pretty much my whole army to be those. I think I have enough dudes for that. Second thing I'm going to do. Second thing. My engineers need to be consolidated so they can start working on improving these. See, this raw amount is pitiful. In the other game, I had this up to the 8,000s, and I still was not producing nearly enough. Or no. Currently, I'm at 46,000. If you want to see the other game, I can play it, but currently I'm doing this. Just as a little intro for myself to the LP thing. Let's play. This is probably going to be part 1 in a series. And this is my first series. I have made videos before, and I have released them, but they're not really good. This one is probably going to be good enough. Okay, so, one thing you'd notice. I cannot see past these spots. And if you knew the game, you'd know I don't even see what's in these spots. If there's a unit there, I'll know there's a unit there, but I won't know what's in the unit. Makes the game interesting, I guess. This was not a problem as Arabia, which I could have played as, but I'm not gonna, because I can't. Like I was playing World War I numbers. Anyways, this is why it's sort of a good idea to have reserves. Instead of putting your armor at the front, you put it here, and then you attack, and then you withdraw. Because armor is good to be attacked, bad to be, yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, the first time I accidentally clicked on Classic Battles, so I did not get this. And this is my lifeblood. Without this, I'd be manually sending troops around the Empire. And I'm already at 7 of these. I'd have to go through and do this, to do this, then do... Oh, I didn't click the right one. Click you, click you, click you, click you, click you, and it'd be a hassle. I'm not doing that. We're doing this. And if you want to know how we're moving troops around from such a far distance, it's trains. 6 trains. That will get to be around 40, and then I'll probably stop producing trains. But for now, we have that drain on our income. I also need engineers. Engineers. Last time I called it engineering. Engineers. Group. I'll call it brigade. No, not a brigade. Did it? Engineers brigade. In the there is a free version of this. It's not this game, but it's another called People's Tactics. If you want to look, ENG. That one's 10 times as easy and 10 times as small. I don't know. 10 times as small. 1/10 the size of the map. Like, the max you can make in the editor is 200 by 200 in this one, but you can expand it indefinitely in the editor. Yeah. Engineer. There we go. God, I've got to get back to this game. Okay, we want 60 engineers. Yeah, you heard me right. That's about a stack. These guys should never see combat, but if they do, they can hold themselves as good as rifles. And weight 61. 61? Whatever. 6 horses. I'm not giving them trucks. They don't need trucks. Not where they're going. H. You can see the list is very high. Standard. That's what that means. And you'll see why in a sec. Last time I got good RNG and I got a good tank. You develop tanks. No, do not click that with no core research levels and no improvements. Do not click that with only that. See, I had a ton of this research. As you can see, there's a ton of research that I haven't completed. You can get that many tank mobility, that many tank destroyers, so on and so forth. And all of this is completely modifiable. Like, there was a guy making a 40k mod, Warhammer, for this. There is a Civil War map for this. I don't remember if it's playable by the AI, but it exists. Anyways, imagery groups. Box standard. Now the question I'm going to have is, what do I produce next? And the answer is actually twofold. I'm going to want several things. First off, I'm going to want recon. Also, house supply. See, I can produce more of the HQs, which I'm going to put at the front here. So then this guy will send stuff here, and then this guy will send stuff to these 3, if they're assigned to this HQ. So I'm going to do that real quick. You're going to be here, you're going to be here, you're going to be here, and you get assigned to this. That is the amount of power they project. Now it's cut in half. So that's why you want to make new divisions instead of reassigning old ones when you're fighting, and just leave them at their ineffective state. Okay, this road line is a little important. I'm going to put some groups there. And in true fashion, I'm going to stack troops upon troops upon troops, if I can help it. That's how you really win. But you gotta balance that with the offensive ability that you can take. Like, here, I'm gonna want to push. Take that city, and run and take that raw. Why? Because raw is very, very yum. Engineers. Horses are also cheap too, so I'll be producing a lot of those. But I will be using trucks when I can for artillery, because artillery is very important to be able to keep up with your tanks. So, let's go. First things first, horses. Yeah. Get rid of those, I don't need them. Second things second, let's spend that money on questionable. I'll go Jeeps early on. I'll get some Jeep units. Okay. New division type. Recon. Group. Whatever. I'll make the base size group. Because these are ad hoc and I'm just making them up as I go. REC. No, not that. Get out. Okay, I need the cavalry symbol. There we are, recon. There are cavalry in this, but and I'll be setting it to 1 recon division per turn. That's how much. So I'll have enough production for 1 recon division per turn. Okay, Jeep. Jeep. Right outside my house is a Jeep Cherokee 1984. It's nice. Anyways, needs repairs, but hey, what can you do? Okay, a Jeep can carry 2 riflemen, so I want 6 times 2, which is 12. I can math! And now that Jeep is perfect. Alternatively, I could produce a bunch of Jeeps and take 1 artillery piece, and all those Jeeps will pull it. Like, yeah, that can carry 1 infantry gun. That is, something I like about this game. It doesn't care what it is. If it's a Jeep, or a truck, or horses, you can pull it. Which is why, like, you can put infantry on horses and make mounted infantry that are actually incredibly different from cavalry, which is used offensively. Okay. Also, the AI cannot paradrop, as far as I can tell. Although in my other campaign, there were troops way behind the line, and I have no idea why. So they might be able to now, but they're just retarded. The AI is not good. Yeah. They're gonna really try, because they get free stuff. In the original AI folder, they get free stuff by event. So you'll see factories starting to pop up. That's representative of free stuff. Every factory is a free thing. I should have checked if the free stuff scaled up with the AI. But I'm thinking it did, because you can have an infinitely large map in this game. So, why wouldn't it? I'm also thinking there are also multiplayer scenarios, multiplayer only scenarios, but for now, we're gonna play alone. Story of my life. I could subordinate this guy to him, which I think I will. It'll double travel times, but whatever. Because the way the auto distribution works is you send stuff from here to here, then to here. So this guy will be subordinate of this guy. He'll get his reinforcements, then he'll send them forward and give them to these guys. As such, it might be prudent to manually distribute your stuff. Except there's a penalty for doing that. If you cross the HQ lines and just directly send to these guys, then they're going to not be as ready. The game runs on readiness as internal logic. You need to be engineer. Brigade. Okay. How much cavalry can I make in one city? And let's pick a nice city. See, what I did is I took that and added a 0. Took that and made it the same as this. I wanted to make your capital 120,000 points, but I can't because the game runs on a maximum number of 99,999 points. Anyways, that's not a lot, but we'll produce it over multiple turns. Okay, next, I have standard light tanks. Do I want to produce them? No, I want to produce armored cars. Second, I have infantry guns. Do I want those? No, I don't have any brigades using them. However, I do want machine guns. And as you can see, I have a ton of raw being used. These three, oh yeah, I could drop on that. Also, supply, I don't need that much supply. That's more like it. Okay, I'm like, why is it not doing as much as I think it should? Anyways, you're going to be switched to staff. Oh yeah, by the way, when you're incoming troops from these areas, it's free to get resources from places. That is true in every case, except if you're running this one old mod. There was an old mod that changed it, so you had to draw roads to your places, and you had to have the trucks run to the oil to get the oil and come back, which is interesting. Like, it was a good mod. I never really played it, because that was back before they had the TOE. But, hardcore, man. Hardcore. Anyway, I want a recon brigade right here. First, I'm going to do an HQ, though. Plus leader. Leaders are only really useful in a tactical sense. So if you have one of the guys behind the lines, like here, don't put an HQ. Don't put a leader in there. He will not help this guy. However, this guy will. Shu Akita. I don't know. Juin Shiga? I don't know. Like, I'm not Japanese. Most Anglo-German person you know. Not really. Well, actually. Yeah, my dad is very heavily German. My mom is heavily English. So, yeah. Not that it means anything. But, like, living in America, you live with people who are of all different backgrounds. Like, there are a lot of Irish people, and so on and so forth. Okay, let's get that. It's nice because everyone brings their food here. Like, I love, what is it? Actually, this is something I know. Mozzarella recently overtook American cheese in the most produced cheese in America. It's pretty wild that everyone eats mozzarella now, which I don't mind. Every so often I get fresh mozzarella and just eat the whole thing. Health habits. No, let's see. I want right here. Oh shoot, I need another HQ. See, this is where it becomes a... Oh, okay. So, I misplaced a unit that has nothing in it. What do you do in that situation? You can strat move it. Why? Because there's nothing in it. You can always strat move it. anytime. Because, look, there's nothing. So the cost of strat moving it, this guy can't strat move because he's not in a... Or can you? Ah, yeah, you can. Who knew it? Okay, you need to be HQ'd here. Also, if I misclicked and gave this guy the wrong HQ, he would not take a readiness penalty, because look, there's no one there. Let's see. You're gonna need to be HQ'd. Yeah. The faster I do this, the less chance of the enemy just coming up to me and whacking me in the face with their superior trooping. And even an infantry brigade without machine guns is better than no infantry brigade at all. And in some cases, you want machine guns, but no infantry. Because infantry only are good for defending. Machine guns also. But if you're fighting against tanks, you want more infantry than machine guns. Because machine guns are diddly squat against tanks. But infantry is also diddly squat, but better and cheaper. Like, if you attack with machine guns against tanks, you're a moron. But if you attack with infantry against tanks, then at least you're doing something. You're still a moron, unless you have subsequent armor to defend with. But, hey, at least you're doing something. Okay, here we're going to put an HQ. And this is where I'm going to build some forces up manually. Not manually per se, but like I'm going to have an armored division. Not an armored division, but armored car brigade. If you can't tell, my brigades are big and my groups are small and my squads are tiny. So, I don't know what half these are, but I think I remember this is armored car and this is train. This is obviously light tank. Heavy tank is there. This is bomber, fighter, something else, plane, infantry, armor, that's gray in the middle, barbed wire, armored recon, tank destroyer, artillery, heavy artillery, armored infantry. It's mechanized, but whatever. Mechanized infantry, close enough. I might put, this is probably recon armored car, and this is gun. I think these are all machine gun, light machine gun, medium machine gun, heavy machine gun, paratrooper, transport helicopter, SS. It's a World War II game. Don't blame me. Motorized infantry, I don't know. And then I don't know. This is probably for designating different armor groups. This is for, oh no, this is machine gun. What's this if this is machine gun? I don't know, it's variants on the same thing. Like, these are for different infantry groups. This is the level tiering of it. So this is corps? Or no, this is brigade. Shoot, I don't know. But what you can do is you can click this, and then you can click this for size. I'm gonna not do that. Okay, I guess I'm stuck. Or am I? Ha! Ha! Okay, armored car. Arc. There we go. And what's it gonna have? It's gonna have 8 armored cars. That's a lot. Might bump it down to 4, but yeah, 4. Armored cars. Okay, we're good. Wait, we can also fit infantry. 20 infantry. So I'll do team rifles and 5 mortars. How much do mortars weigh? It'll tell me. I know it'll tell me. Yeah, we might meme some cavalry at. I know I did in the last one. Yeah, that's fine. Mortars are expensive, though, so that's going to be an expensive brigade to run. If you notice, we are producing 12 machine guns. If we switched you to mortars, we'd be producing 6 mortars. Now think about that for a sec. 6 mortars is tiny. Absolutely tiny. We would be filling 1 armored brigade at a time. And that's just alone with the armored brigades. We have demand for 2 mortars in an infantry group. Anyways, I'm going to double that. And we have enough supply. We will be running into supply problems eventually, because I'm an idiot and I have no idea what I'm doing. But, yeah, if you see we're producing that much, we need that much. It's too much, man. Too much. Okay, if you notice, we also have PP to worry about. And, no, not PP poo-poo. That's stupid. So, political points. Research points. That's what they are. You spend PP for a battleship or whatever. I don't know. Of note, the heavy artillery, the, do I have dive bombers? Yeah, I do. The tank combat, those are cheaper and they're always useful. Let's see, what else? Medium tank is good. Heavy artillery. Infantry gun 2 is nice. Where is that? I am an infantry gun there. Because you get range. So you can have infantry guns are like 34 millimeter guns. I don't know. And they're used indirect. Not indirectly, but directly. So you aim and fire. Whereas mortars are parabolic. They fire in a parabolic. It's a upside down U. It's like the artillery games that people play now. Although usually I play those in as direct fashion as possible because I don't like doing mortars. Okay, we're going to have... Well, this line is very important because that's where supplies are going. However, supplies are going from here, so they're in supply with or without that. And that's the beauty of a supply chain. Anyways, I need to do the HQs for this. Now, I usually go tactical HQ, which has like 20 rifles, and then I'm gonna add like 10. Oh no, 20 rifles, 10 type of formation, horses. Too far. Still too far. Now if you see, they can carry land that much. That means we're moving by horse. Oh wow, they can? Shoot. Wow. Engineers. Yeah, that's fine. Infantry group. But, yeah, eventually I'm going to want to add a mortar group. Motorized group. But, yeah. So, engineers. We want to produce a ton of engineers. Like a ton. So I'm going to change you entirely to engineers. And you'll see why in a sec. Because they produce half as quickly. Damn, I'm only getting 40. In other words. So, to get the rifles we need for the units we need to cover the entire front in rifles at least, we're going to do that. As you can see, yeah, staff is used to fill these guys with staff. If you see here, the staff bonus is 0, and that's because he has 0 staff. He's going to need how much? Well, that's the number of staff he can command effectively. It'd be worse if he had no commander, like he had no commander. But if that's how much bonus he gives if he has staff. But currently he has none. So the bonus is none. And the enemy also gets HQs. So they get bonuses as well. And that's why we're producing 80. How much? That many of those. And I believe, considering how much we get, these trains will not be enough early on. But if I keep producing them till I have like 80 or 40, then I'll be good. As long as they don't start bombing my HQ and I lose them, I'll be good. If they do that, I'm going to start doing drastic things like producing a gun factory and having it produce flak, put an airfield here, put fighters in here, and then if that all fails, I'm going to start dispersing, doing what I should do, and disperse equipment directly to these HQs, which would be good, except, yeah, because anything they don't need will be shipped back here. So, like, if I ship stuff from here to here, it'll go there, and then they'll ship it back. The problem is they'll ship it back, so they'll need trains. You see, that would be increasing the number of trains I had to, like, triple. So I'd rather have it be centralized than dispersed. So, yeah, because then I'd be paying for the trains in here. So the more centralized I have it with the trains, the better. I'm also going to consolidate engineers as well. How I'm going to do that is by setting some of the engineers to recon groups. Yeah. You're fine because you're going there. But you need to be a recon group. And that means you guys need to be set to specific groupings. Give you an HQ. So I'll create an HQ here. As I get more leaders, it costs more to recruit a leader. So I really can't buy any more HQs this turn. And as you notice, these colors are similar. Well, problem solved. Click on the color, change it to that color. Problem solved. Except these two are now similar. That's what you get for having this limited palette. Define custom color. Yes. Good. Oh god, that looks like black. Define custom color. Up you go. Thank you. And then we're going to HQ you to there. Each single division costs 1 political point. So, I'm not going to be researching tech anytime soon. No, sir. That's also a good incentive for bigger units. Which, we might see later. I mean, the armored cars are pretty big. So, Clickfest indeed. It will be like this for the whole game. The point of view is that you're going to be an armored car. And I'm going to push to Falmouth. Now, that's stupid. I could push to Falmouth from here. But I'm like, hey, they won't be able to supply this area. So I can take this area, run an engineer up, and do that. You're going to be infantry, and we'll see how it goes. Now I gotta set everyone to tactical HQs, which don't have... Yeah, they don't. I need to add, I need to delete that. And I need to set this to, like, let's set it to 30. Where are you? 30... Oh, boy. Staff. I could probably get away with 20, but hey. 20. So if you look at the bottom stack points, if that goes above 100, you take a penalty in an attack. So if I attack with you two... How much stack points do you have? Oh, shoot, I don't know. Whatever, it's more or less equivalent to... Well, I know I can check my infantry group. This guy has 37 stack points. So if I attack it directly with 2 of them, I'll be fine. But if I attack directly with 3 of them, I'll have problems. If I attack indirectly with them, however, encircling increases the cap on stack points. So if I have a guy here and I attack with these guys, I'll get a bonus of... I'll get a cap of 150. So they won't all die ingloriously. But yeah, so far so good. Now all I have to do is set you all to what you need to be. And I will be putting the engineers that are not near... Like, I can create new engineer groups later. I will probably create a road construction group. And that's got 20. And it's cheaper. But, yeah. They can construct roads. Actually, I might want a road construction brigade right here. So I will switch... I'll create that now. Add unit. Road construction group. This is for the construction of roads. 20. And then we're going to set it to be engineers. E is for engineer. There we go. Now, ideally, you want it to be, you want them to be able to construct roads as quickly as they can move. Now, the engineer brigades can do that. However, I'd prefer my own specialized unit for that early on, because the engineer brigades are very expensive. They got 6 horses and 60 men. I only produce how many engineers per turn? 40. So that's ridiculous and not cost effective. Anyways, to produce a new road, I do this. It's a hex game, so it only goes in 6 directions. But you can get pretty good looking maps with it, I think. As it is. Ideally, everyone who needs one gets a road construction brigade. But because of that road construction brigade, I do not need to create a new engineering brigade for this area. And I can go off of just 2. Now, I need an HQ here, but for this, the mountains are going to be interesting. Mountains are always interesting because you can't put vehicles in there. You need horses and artillery pieces. So it's World War I all over again. Would be interesting to have seen... Okay, you can be a recon group. Again, I'm not going to be able to supply all of these initially, but over time I will be able to. And I probably will get more engineers than needed, because I will need more engineers than I think I need. Well, that is known, because engineers create forts, they create, oh god, they create everything. Like, for every factory that I produce, I need, like, at least 30 engineers. I am over my raw limit. You might notice, you produce 80 per turn. Why aren't you able to continue? That would be 360, right? Yeah. Well, it only counts today's. You get tomorrow's after the turn has been complete. So this also means if I take this raw, which I plan on taking, very quickly, you'll be fine because you're an engineering group. Also, I'm leaving the engineering groups to the Grand HQ. I mean, I might call it Grand HQ later, or GHQ later for Grand HQ, but currently we're fine. First Tactical HQ, second Tactical HQ, third Tactical HQ. Also, there's a bug that I encountered. Interesting thing. I lost one of these guys because I was clicking this, and then I went over here, and I clicked it, and it turned into an infantry brigade or something. I think that was when I had tank brigades. But, yeah, that's, mighty nice of you, game. Okay, I don't think I need to. Oh, actually, I will. I will need a road construction group over here. Why? Those damn mountains. Because if I put roads through, then yes, I can stack vehicles through. Like, imagine imagine a little Panzer I rolling up a hill. That's pretty much what the wars always break out to be. Although it's 1938, and the other one I started in 1931, same deal. I mean, yeah, you start with the same stuff. We'll see what the AI does, though. Next turn. Turns will get faster. Oh, what? Oh, I didn't do that right. I don't know what would be considered a road construction brigade, but I'll put it there. RCG. That's recon group. Road construction. RDC. Whatever. Good enough. Okay, let's start. And now the thing is, the enemy can't use these roads to supply unless they have the accompanying endpoint over here. It won't speed up their supplies. So, you guys, actually, I want you to go here and do it. Costs slightly or less raw. You can't do it yet because it's turn, like, you need AP to... You need the action points to move. Like, it takes points to move to places. And you're really out of EP? 20 engineers will fix that. Okay, we'll see what goes and what doesn't go. Like, I'm sure we're going to have a stop up. And I need to adjust production a little bit more. Okay. So, we're producing too much. I'll cut back on armored cars for some PP. Yeah. That'll be good. 36. I can get machine gun 2s. Could get leveled bombers 2s. Dive bombers are really nice. So we're going to want to get those very quickly. And now I just got to make sure all my HQs are part of the THQ grouping, in which they get the horses. And that I'm producing enough horses for them to... Yes, I am. Well, relatively. I mean, I'm not producing enough. But I can adjust my production later. And the war will not start next turn, I believe. It might. I mean, the AI is pretty much rolling a die to see if it declares war. Although it doesn't declare war if it is at war. I've noticed that, particularly in last campaign. That was nice. Like I used that time to build up, and then I blitzed the enemy, who was busy taking out this guy down here and pushing him left. As soon as he got to the bottom, I was like, oh, time. Boom. And I really wrecked him. But, either way, you're fine, you're fine. You need an HQ, you are not fine. Aha! 6th HQ. 6th THQ. And you're going to need a HQ there. And probably another road construction group. Because I try and keep, I'm very conservative with my road network. Like this is perfect. This, not so much. This is decent, but not excellent. And they're not even roads, but railroads. Like, that's the symbol for railroad. But the developer didn't want to differentiate between them, so he just did whatever. And it works. I mean, who cares? So these guys are going to get priority, because guess what? They're part of this guy's group. Also, good news, I don't need to bother with sea power over here, because they're not going to be able to go past that. It's nice. This situation I'm in is very nice. Problem is, I'm going to run out of PP and not be able to do anything about it, because I'm busy producing new units, advancing the line, and advancing brigades. I'm also not going to be able to deal with the raw consumption, because yeah. Okay, next turn. As you can see, it gives us an overview of what we see and how we're doing. This is what I produced. Ton of oil, that'll be nice. Am I the New York State? I am. No, I am not the New York State. This is excellent. But that means the Caliphate's going to be war with it. Oh, wow. That's an interesting one. I'm good. Anyway, I'm going to push that up. And now we see dudes. Look at that. Look at that. Also, if you noticed, where did the SMG men go? Well, they went here. So, yeah, these guys are probably full. Yes, they are. As full as they can be. Because I'm not producing any mortars, they're not full. Okay, these guys are going to cover this area. These guys are going to cover this area. I'm going to probably stack the green guy on top. But if you noticed, 33 rifles, 4 armored cars, so on and so forth. I am producing too much with the raw. I'm going to be doing that a lot because I'm going to be upgrading this raw next turn. As such, I'm going to have a raw shortage temporarily. That's fine. I mean, hey, whatever. But, yeah. To upgrade, you just click the build button and then you do it. You also need political points, which means I'm going to be stocking up on political points. That means I'm not going to produce armored cars this turn. Likely. Hey, it's 6:15. Get out of here. That means it's time to go. I have to be somewhere else. I don't remember. But that's my allotted time. Oh yeah, by the way, you will never have any problems from me from, space on the computer. I have a terabyte hard drive, so I can just drop things in there. It's really nice. This is a laptop. It came with the laptop, Lenovo, whatever. And, yeah. Next turn, this guy will get the 30. Next turn, this guy will get 30 distributed over. This guy will get 30 distributed over. I don't care about that so much. This guy did not send off 75 rifles. This guy did not send off 14 machine guns, 4 horses, and 6 jeeps. So, yeah, next turn it's going to be different. I'll need to rebalance raws, which means I won't be producing as many machine guns, obviously. Actually, I probably will switch that over to mortars. If that's probably what I'll do. I will not produce any jeeps. No, jeeps won't solve my problem. I will not produce any mortars. I will not produce any jeeps, but I will produce as many trains as I can. And there we go. Problem averted. Also, I'll get tons of political points, so that next turn, I can get, I can how much? I don't remember, but I can double the raw. I'll play until next turn, and then we'll see. But, from what you can see here, oh, shoot. How many engineers am I producing? All the engineers got shipped to where they needed to go. So this guy has 25 engineers, for example. He can have, I think, 3 times the engineering points as the engineers he has. And he has all of his horses, which is why he got there. Like, if he did not have horses, he would not be able to get there. Yeah. My recon groups did not get any of their jeeps. That's fun. I really would have liked those. Anyways, I'm going to do 2 things. 1 tactical HQ right here. And 1 tactical HQ right here. Now, the tactical HQs can only get reinforced if they're on railroads. However, they can reinforce anyone up to the range of their carry cap and plus the unit in question's walk radius. So if he's shipping out tanks, you can ship them out with your horses up to like about there, and then they can go drive themselves a little longer. Of course, that tank unit that you're trying to deploy to will not be able to move next turn, but hey, whatever, you got tanks. That's better than nothing. So, notably, if you notice, I have more trains. Less people will be stuck back here. Also, I'm not producing as much, so it'll be better. Last thing to note, if I want to pave roads, takes away from raw. I don't remember the amount, but it is an amount. So, yeah. That's why I want to produce a new level in the building. Okay, next turn. Actually, I have until 7. I'll produce the... I might cut this into pieces. Figure out how. But for now, I'm going to cut it, take my dog out, and go to the bathroom. Because I've been here for about an hour. This should be about an hour. So, to save, what you do to save is you go to System Settings, which is also where you change out Town Info. I don't know what that does. Location bases. Oh yeah, you could add a hex grid. Where's the hex grid? What? Oh, I clicked hex coloring. No, I don't want that. If you look, it makes it so your nation is the color of whatever. You can change your nation color by clicking on the flag. I'm not going to change it. I don't care. That makes it so the ground is colored whatever nation you are. And then the raster grid, which adds a grid. Sometimes I play with it, sometimes I don't. Fog of war. Sound effects. Hex labels. Town names. High graphics speed. I don't know what that does. I assume it makes it faster. Autosave. Yes. Always. Except not now, because I don't want it to autosave. Because, right. I don't know what I saved it as. My naming is cryptic. That's obviously when I declared war. That might be it. Oh, I could do by date. Never mind. No, I can't. Maybe I accidentally saved it over this. Unless, wait. Today is 10? Yeah. That's not... What? I don't know. Whatever. Maybe Wonder Waffy is what I saved it over by accident, because I was tired last night. Really tired. Stupid tired. And you don't want to do that to yourself. Anyways, saving it as LP1. I will not be watching this video over because I hate the way my voice sounds over the computer. So, without further ado, press that button that does the... Yeah, shift, and then the straight line.